Virgo, how you doing? So I'm going to announce something. Somebody is going to pronounce or pronunciation or something to do with a noun or verb, something like that, or the verb or the drugs don't work. It's like, no, I'm sorry, but they don't work. This does not work. Oh dear. Okay, so some of you, there might be someone saying to you, like, I'm sorry, but this is just not going to work out. Because I'm definitely hearing that somebody is going to announce something to you, or kind of you are, as an offer of some sort, whether this be in relationship or work. And then on what I'm hearing in response to that from my spirit is that this is not going to work. So somebody basically wants to work on the relationship, but somebody doesn't. Or this could be to do with around your work and is going to pronounce something to you and say, look, this is all I've got for you and this is all I can do, okay, and this is all I can offer you. I really don't think this is around your work. I think this is around your love life, if I'm honest, because I keep trying to look for the work signal, but they're saying no. They're saying that somebody's trying to like tell someone and let someone down gently and say, look, you know, why don't we work on it this way? And then someone's going to say, no, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to work out. So I think a lot of you are probably going into breakout of prison. I don't know if you've got anybody that's in prison and someone's breaking out, or a skin flare up or something about breaking out. Because I'm also hearing Breaking Bad, something to do with the name B, okay, but Breaking Bad, and I'm breaking out. Okay, I want to get out and I don't want a part. Okay, so my spirit is saying that I want to get out. I just don't want to be a part of it. I just don't want to go through all of this anymore. Okay, this is not going to work out. You could be dealing with a Pisces, afraid not. Okay, so I'm hearing that this is not going to work out. I'm sorry, but it just really isn't. And then someone's going to say, look, well, how about if we try it this way? And they're going to say, no, I'm sorry, but that just doesn't work either. So no matter which way I try to look at it, you might notice that I haven't done it separately. I'm going to have to do it all in one go, Virgo, which is a few channel messages and then your actual tarot for the month. But my spirit is saying that that this is not going to work out. I'm sorry, but it really isn't. And I think this could, like I said, a lot around your work life. Your work life now? I don't know. It's kind of like my life is what I'm hearing. Like in my life, something by Paul McCartney, okay, or the Beatles. But like, such is life. Like, it's always me. It's just my life. It's just it's all I can hear someone thinking is like, it's always me. Like, it's why do I always get left out? Why do I not fit in? Or why is all I keep hearing. Why? Yeah, but why? Because it could be a child that's saying this, that's going through the why stages. I don't know. I think that's because I'm also hearing White Cliffs of Dover. So Denver, Devi, Evie, Devi, Evie, Stephen. Okay, but like, or from Denver, or Colorado, or Devon. So from Devon. But I keep hearing this, but why? And then like, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work out. I just don't have any feelings. But why? But I can't change my feelings. And then someone's saying that, well, why don't we work on it, do this, and say, I'm sorry, but I just don't feel the same way as what you do. Okay, so unless this is you guys or voodoo is here or something, I don't know. But I'm hearing that whatever it is just isn't working. Voodoo doesn't work anyway. But like something just isn't working, And what I feel for you, Virgo, is that like there's probably a relationship here that's come to its closure and come to its end, okay, and that someone's saying that I'm sorry, but this just does not work anymore. Unless you're really struggling around work itself and you just can't seem to find any work, because I definitely keep hearing that whatever it is I try to work on, it doesn't and it fails. Something around Libra had this for a long time around because I nearly said heaven. So when I said Devon and Denver, I nearly said heaven. Okay, so there might be someone that's just passed and someone can't get over this, but I'm definitely hearing like this, because Libra for a long time had like this energy. What I always used to say through spirit was a string of failed attempts to try, okay, like, and I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying, but it's not reciprocated by the other person, and it feels like that every time I try, does it fail, and every time do I try it this way, this doesn't work either, and then I try to tend to your feelings or something, but someone just doesn't have them. You could be dealing with a fixed water sign, you could be dealing with a Scorpio for a lot of you, or you might have it in your own placement, but I definitely keep picking up, like every time I try, do you deny it? And then every time do I lie, do you, okay, okay. So Elijah or lie, but like, or Lee, the name Lee, or Leanne, okay, or L Lucy. But like every time do I try, do you lie? And it's like, or someone lies here, it's like someone just doesn't believe somebody. Whichever way it is, whether it is an actual lie or not, or Pisces, something to do around a Pisces. But I'm hearing that every time do I try, do you lie? Or like every time do I try, do I not believe you and think that you're lying? Or like something around this of like, yeah, well, it just doesn't work, I'm sorry, but it don't. It's like, well, I need to try and do anything in order to be able to make it work. And it's like, yeah, but you can't make me. You can't make me have feelings. You can't change the way I am. You're really dealing with a Scorpio placement somewhere. Okay. And you can't change my mind. You can't change my feelings. Y'all could be dealing with also a Gemini or a Gemini moon. Okay. Because I'm hearing changing my mind. And it's like, well, I know if I keep trying, I can change your mind. And you're like, no, you can't change my mind. My mind's made up. It's like I keep trying to make my mind up and make something of this, but it's not like it feels like that someone won't let go of a person, okay? And every time they try to let go, a person comes back to try and persuade them not to. And then when they do go, the other person persuades the other person not to and says, you know, why don't we just try this then? And they're like, well, we've tried that. We've tried this and we've tried that and we've tried every way possible known to man have we tried and tried again. But that's why I come up with the energy of possible Libra, because try again. If first you fail, try again. So I don't know if there's any test or anything that you have to go through. I'm seeing a number 3. So it might be numerology that adds up to a 3 or a life path 3 or a Gemini or a Capricorn possible. Okay, because 6. So 3 and 3. Sorry, Piscean. But I'm definitely hearing this like this school or study or work and 3 of Pentacles kind of energies. And like every time do I try to work, it doesn't. Every time I try to find work, I can't, or I'm always at work, or the other person's always at work. And it feels like a working relationship that doesn't work because of feelings not being there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it feels like that we keep trying to work on the relationship, but both of us are so busy and we're both always at work that I don't think that I have time for a relationship, or it basically just is not working. It's like a dysfunctional family or a dysfunctional energy that just does not seem to work. Okay, they're saying that some of you might be looking for a function room, like a function room or feng shui. Someone might be like moving things around in their room in order to make more love. What do you know? I haven't got Virgo in my chart. But like, I know Virgos. But like, anyway, but something here around, like I said, feng shui or moving things around, or like just wanting to physically move and just like, oh man, I'm so sick of death of this, I just want to move. Like department, or I want to move store, or I just want to move altogether and get out of here and just not live here anymore, and I want to move, or I don't even want to be here. I don't know what that's for. I'm hearing I am, but I am here. So, well, I'm here. They said, well, yeah, you might be here, but I don't get it, Virgo. Whichever way it is, I think that someone keeps trying to persuade someone to stay as the other person doesn't want to, because there isn't any feelings here, okay? And I think that they've worn out, because whether it be spellcraft or witchcraft or whatever you guys believe in, or whether it is or whether it isn't, okay, it's basically worn off. So it's gone rotten. So basically there are no feelings there. So everybody's going to jump to that conclusion of witchcraft, that it must be witchcraft, the fact that somebody doesn't have any feelings anymore. But I just generally do feel that it's just the fact that someone just doesn't, they're not in it. They're not in it. Like in it, Steve or Stephen or a king, lion, king, Leo could be involved. But like, I'm hearing that I'm just not in it. I'm sorry, but I'm just not into that. So, I don't know, because I keep hearing like S&M, right, which would obviously be like a sexual act, and someone saying, look, I'm sorry, but I'm just really not into that. You might be into that, but I'm just not. Or like afraid not, something around a Pisces, I don't know. But I keep hearing this trine of 3, and it's like, yeah, you're into that, but I'm into something else. You believe in this, I believe in the opposite. So you really could be dealing with a Pisces that is the opposite to you, okay? But like, I keep hearing that whatever you're into, but I'm really not into that. Like, and because, was it Leo energy? They had like this strange sexual desire type sort of weird, like channeled message. and it also came out through their tarot card reading. There was a lot to do with, sorry, I just need to make sure that my audio is recording. Strange, around sex, like somebody keep trying to tempt someone back into a sexual act and seeing if sex will sort it out, but it doesn't. So it kind of feels like, look, I'm just so sick to tired of talking about sex, or just needing sex but not really. It's kind of like some people are basically together for sex, but there's no feelings there. There's no emotion there. I mean, there might be from one party, but I don't think there may be from another one. So it's kind of like, look, why don't we just try having sex then? And it's kind of like, no, but I'm not really into that. And someone, I don't know, someone keeps trying to force something out of somebody that they won't talk. See, it could be around Libra, it could be around a number 2, and somebody keeps trying to force somebody to talk that doesn't want to talk about it. Like, it doesn't have to be a number 2, but I'm definitely hearing, like, I keep trying to force you to talk, but you won't. I keep trying to force you to change, but you won't. And it's come up through the Leo reading, but it's a Scorpio placement. And it's not the fact that they're just Scorpio, it's the fact that they just don't have any feelings in the relationship. You know, someone can say that I just don't have feelings. But I feel that someone thinks that it's kind of like, well, I do. It's like, yeah, well, I don't. And it's kind of like, well, I need to keep forcing you then to have them. And it's like, no, it's not the fact that there's a wall or a barrier. It's the fact that I just don't have feelings for you as a person. Now, everybody's going to say, yeah, well, that's because they're blah, 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 and so on and so forth. But a person generally cannot have feelings for another person, you know, and if you force that feeling out of someone and they don't have it, what you get is a cycle. So Michael, Michelle, Mika, Mila, Amelia, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda. But like, you know, I keep trying to force you to have feelings that you don't have, and then what you get is this cycle where someone, then you could have a 5 placement here, like a Sagittarius, Taurus, or a life path 5, but like, you know, we keep going around in a prickly bush and we keep going over the same thing all the time, and then you talk me back into it because I then feel guilty, and I don't want to feel guilty anymore. It's the fact that I just don't have any feelings. Okay. And then someone questions that, well, you must have feelings because I have them, and how come you don't, and everything else. And it's like I said, it's generally because someone may not have the same feelings of another person, you know. So what you'll get, what I'm trying to get to, is a cycle of exactly the same thing, that someone might try again, but really you can't alter the way that someone actually feels about you, because if you've gone through multiple times of this, feelings fade, because that's why I call it as a Libra energy of pride, because pride always says that, you know, by the time you've gone over it so many times, okay, that it fades, it kind of like dwindles off, okay. So it's kind of like this choice that someone has to try and think, well, I can do it, but I don't really have any feelings. Like, I can do this, but I don't have feelings for you for a relationship, okay. So then I think that somebody tries to talk and coach someone into actually going back into another cycle, to think that the other person may start to change their mind or their feelings, but they don't, because your cycle has persisted to where it's worn off. Like, you've argued and you've split up probably way too many times for there actual to be any like good feelings and emotion. Like, you know, normally when there's more bad times than good times, you really could be dealing with a Libra or Sagittarius. But like, when there's more bad times than what there is good times, you can't force someone to have a good time when there's been so much bad to look at and so many bad feelings and so much bad nostalgia, okay, and it just doesn't work. Okay, so because of that, eventually the feeling wears off no matter what you try and do, whether it be spells, witchcraft. I don't believe in it myself, but some people do. So whether it be spells or witchcraft, whether it be forcing a person, whether it be offering them sex, whether it be offering them, I don't know, money or whatever it is, eventually that feeling is just doing it just for a purpose where there isn't really one, and it comes to a point where it's like, well, there is no purpose keep going through this because I don't feel the same way as what you do. Okay, so like I said, whether y'all guys are into voodoo or not, whatever it is wears off. Majority of you will probably go around 1,000 different tarot readings saying that, well, they've got to be doing fucking witchcraft because I keep going through this same goddamn thing. No, not all the time. No, it's normally because someone's feelings generally change. You know, they don't want to go through it anymore. They're like, oh, fuck it, I'm had enough. Okay, so like I said, it could be you. Could be a person I don't know, but that's what my spirit is giving you, Virgo. And this is probably where everybody skipped through all that and just really just wanted to watch the tarot to see what the tarot says. So, good luck. But like, anyway, so very quickly before we actually do your reading for August, the reason why it's different in here is because I have finally got myself an air conditioner, and I'm still hot because I'm about to turn it off, because it's not that loud, but it would be for this. So I've actually got an air conditioner, and I've just done a redneck runabout and bunged a load of shit up shit, and basically bunged shit into shit, and done a Reggie Watts fuck shit stacked everything on top of one another, bunged up the hole, bunged up the window, and basically bunged it on, and it's pretty good. So I've got the curtain open, but I've bunged it up with a load of cardboard shoved, really, to be honest. But like, you know, anyway, it works. So that's why you might see different light. Okay, so let's see. So Virgo, let's see what is going on with them throughout their August, please, for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, or life path number 9 for Virgo for August 2021, please. I would go back and watch, there you go. I would go back and watch, if you've skipped it, I would go back and watch your actual channel messages. Please try not to skip through it, okay? But yeah, 3. So there's the Three of Cups. Sorry, I'm just kind of like seeing. I thought I had a bloody nose there for a minute. It's not. It's the light and the shadow. But like, unless someone's doing the old cocaine, I don't know. But like, I definitely keep hearing this Three of Cups. Excuse me. What is that? Gesundheit. I don't know. Has somebody got a nosebleed here? Because that can sometimes be a sign, mainly. Someone have a lot of nosebleeds, or someone's got something on their nose, okay, or someone's very nosy and sticks their nose right into someone's relationship, or you feel as if someone's like always in the way of our relationship, that it's always something. It's always work, it's always your mother, it's always your brother, it's always an excuse. It's always everything else other than that we can go ahead and do something, right? It's definitely what I'm hearing. I know this might seem a very good card, right? But I definitely keep picking up, like, you always make an excuse, okay, that there's always something else on your mind other than me, okay? Because someone's focused on union, but normally if you've got strife, the fact that someone may not have, okay? I don't know what that is unless you've got hay fever, okay, or the name Hay, or Aaron, okay, or Aaron, also Aaron or Darren, and yeah, Darren, I keep hearing Darren or Danielle, okay, Danielle, Dan, but yeah, Three of Cups. So basically you could be dealing with the Pisces, but I keep hearing this energy that you always seem to have something else on your mind, like someone always focuses on union, they always focus on the person, that much that they want to be with the person, right? But I got this feeling that the other one is concentrated more on something else, okay? Stranger Things. Could be dealing with a Stephen King or a Stephen. So there you go. You see Judgment, and then you got the Five of Swords. Leo had these energies, fives. They didn't have the Five of Swords, but they had around and around the prickly bush we go. You see, it's kind of predicted of what I was saying for your actual channel messages. Somebody keeps wanting union and keep wanting to go back with the person, and then fights to get back with the person that doesn't want it. Okay, so they think in a relationship that I need to keep fighting you to be with you. So if you've fought over the relationship more times than what you've actually settled the energy down, and it's been a long time since you've had an argument, if you've had fucking shitloads of arguments and you're always competing and you're always arguing and you're always nitpicking, no matter who this is for, whether it be a child, a dog or anything, it's getting on someone's nerves where they don't want to play games anymore. Okay, it definitely came out through the Virgo reading. I think it was a Cancerian reading as well, I'm not sure. Okay, but yeah, I keep hearing Gary or Tina, also the name Shaw, Nadia, Nadine, I'm also hearing Nadine or Neddy, Ned. Sorry, it's getting me to look at also the film with Bill Murray, like Groundhog Day, and there was a Ned and punches the person straight because he's fucking sick to death of going through the same thing every single day. Bill Murray gets up after like doing it for like a couple of 3 weeks or 3 months, and that guy that he meets in the street all the time, he goes, "Bill, Ned, I don't know, you might be watching Bill and Ted. So the name Bill or Ted or Teddy. Okay, Teddy. But yeah, anyway, I keep hearing Bill, Ted, Ned, Nadine or Noel, Nigel, also Nigel. But whichever way you look at it here, you're just completely going round in circles trying to fight to leave each other because somebody doesn't feel the way the other person does. So somebody believes, well, then what I need to do is fight for you. But if the other person's saying, no, I don't want you to fight for me, I actually don't feel the same way as you do, then you have to give up. Because what it is a repetitive cycle that's constantly going on. It can be mind games, it can be manipulation, but it can be stressful. You know, the Five of Swords can also mean stressful. It can mean, you know what, I am so sick to death of you constantly thinking about me that when I think about myself, all you do is think about me constantly. You smother me with too much. Like you want all of my time constantly. And you think about me all of the time when I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about something else. So you get like a runner. So normally when a runner runs and they basically think of themselves, there can be a vulnerable energy for a 5 that constantly focuses on the other person that much because the other person's not bothered, but that somebody fights to get them back into a title fight here and a belt, okay? So, you know, it's like, well, where's my title? I'm hearing, where's my title? Title? Michael. Chait. Or someone's Chait. Or from Thailand. I'm also hearing Israel. Israel. But I'm also hearing Israelites. Israelite. I woke up in the morning wanting some breakfast. Denise Van Outen and Johnny Vaughan. Or the name John. Okay, John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine. Virgo. Virgo for August, please. Virgo for August. You see, y'all got a lot of references of what came up in the 5 through Leo. Leo had these. This could be Sagittarius, Taurus placement. Sagittarius, Taurus, 5. Constantly fighting, constantly arguing, constantly going through the same thing, that when the person doesn't want it, the other person wants to keep fighting to keep the person. But the person is not settled in this energy. It's making them unnervy. I'm busy. I've got shit to do, bruv. I am not focused on relationship all the time. You see, a lot of men, they're not. You know, they're focused on a lot of things like I am as well. Music, it doesn't have to be a man. It can be a masculine energy that doesn't obsess about a relationship all of the time, constantly. Okay, so they're probably more focused on something else. But like I said, if you're dealing with a third party, then I don't understand why it is that people actually put up with someone cheating and lying in a relationship. Like, I don't, equivocatively, right? I really don't. I don't get that. I don't get why somebody would be okay, well, because you must be karmically connected to somebody that just denies and cheats on you, right? And that just energy is never going to work because that's always about you having boundaries. Until you have them, the more you keep wanting them, the more they're going to want the other person, because that's the mirror. The more you want them, the more they're going to want the other person. The more you want them, the more they are going to want the other thing. And that other thing can be anything, okay? The more you force energy onto a person, you actually push them away by too much. It's too much energy. You're requiring too much fight, too much time, too much effort. I want freedom. I want to be able to breathe in a relationship. I'm like, because you might be like, no, I want to see you day in, day out, talk to you every second of the day. And someone's like, bro, there's more important things to life that are going on in my life than what there is constantly worrying about what you're doing and what you're saying and what you're going through. Yeah, well, you don't never have consent for my, like, feelings and emotions. No, because I probably don't have the same ones as what you do. Okay, so you're going through this constant fight energy that is repetitive cycle as why it needs to end, and it's more than likely why it is. Now, normally when someone ends it, they either one, fight and argue for the person back, or they don't and they go invertedly into a 5, okay, and they worry and stress and then constantly even more have the person on their mind to torment them. Now, if this comes across as a fucking raving lunatic, okay, or a psychopath, okay, or an empath, or any kind of a path, sociopath or whatever, right, it's the person will either, one, contemplate their next way of getting back with the person that says no. Because Judgment is also a Libra card. It's a Scorpio, but it's a Libra, basically, because it's 2. Okay, so it is a decision. It's either you want to go back into round 3 and do it again, right? And then again, and again, and again. Or you come to terms with it that this is over. Okay, now, like I said in this, one person can actually come to terms that love don't live here anymore. There is no point. If one person then constantly torments the other person to persuade them back into the relationship, then what you've got is mind games, manipulation and control. Because somebody wants to control the outcome of someone else's life, to predict their life, to predict how they feel, to predict what they want in a relationship. This person more than likely doesn't fucking know their head from their arsehole of actually what they want in their relationship. Which means, don't get offended, anybody, which means that somebody may not actually make that decision themselves. The fact that a wise, grown-up decision is the fact that we've come to a conclusion that this is over and that there is no feelings in the relationship, right? Is the fact that you cannot change me of a person of who I am, right? And if I'm not changing and it's persistently not ever changed, then you ain't never going to change the person. That's because this person more than likely isn't. Is because what they're doing is constantly trying to change this person's mind and feelings and being the person they are, which means I can love you the way that you are, right? But I actually want you to be even more of a person to mold you into the person I want. So they might think, well, I'm never going to leave you alone because I think that I can physically change your mind and mold you into the person that I really love. But again, somebody might fear actually ever leaving the person because they think, well, what am I going to fucking do on my own? I can't, somebody's mind here is of the aspect of like, instead of being single and finding someone that does suit me and that does want what I want, like marriage or 24/7 contact, okay, giving up their life for a relationship and they're prepared to dwell on you on every second, I'll guarantee you, it doesn't matter who this person is, if you was to end this and you was to meet another person and you're the person that dwells on the person, if you was to meet someone and they was to give you 100% focus guaranteed on you 24/7 of what you're doing, you would get pissed off. You would get pissed off. And that could well be your lesson that comes up later on in life for the person that torments someone to change and they won't. Is because you can end up finding someone and going your own ways, right? And then meeting someone that spirit will go, okay, so we're just going to bung at you what you wanted all this time of this person to be. And because they wasn't, we'll put you with what you actually wanted, which is someone that's around you 24/7. And then when you get someone that's around you 24/7, your karma later on will think, fuck, this person does my head in wanting me 24/7. Right? That's normally what happens around karma. And it can also happen with this person as well if you ever went in your own way. Is that this person will probably end up meeting a person that they want that much, but not this energy. You see, I don't know how it's going to work out here. But like, do you see what I'm saying, Virgo? These are very important messages for a lot of people that have probably skipped already. Okay, because what I'm trying to educate you in here is your actual cycle of actually learning to let go of the notion that somebody is of the notion that you cannot change a person. So what you have to think is, okay, I'm a person that the other person doesn't want. So I have to sit back and think, right, brilliant. This is not working. What is it that I want in a relationship? Get out a piece of paper and write down the qualities of what you want in a relationship. If that's 24-hour contact, if that is all of the time speaking and talking and going out. someone that shows and bears their feelings 24/7, and whatever it is that you want, marriage, commitment, moving in, children, whatever it might be, okay, write all those down. Is that the qualities of this person that you're connected to? If those answers are more than likely no, okay, then there's your answer. There is your answer. It means that I have to now move on and find someone that does suit and fit me for what I want, instead of keep trying to change this person, because they're not going to. They're not going to ever change. This is not just, well, maybe next month. I think this is a constant cycle that you've gone through. Even if you get back together, you're going to go through the same thing. If you was to drift apart, your readings might start changing. But at the moment, if you go back in for round 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, you're basically just going to go through the same cycle. Even if you guys believe in witchcraft and you are the ones or the other people are doing witchcraft, that soon wears off, and then what you get is this. It doesn't work. It's not meant to be. You can't force energy to be who they're not, because things wear off. Feelings, pride, looks, appearance, age, it fades. Feelings fade daily, nightly, weekly, monthly. Your mind, your memory changes. You fucking lose it and end up in a fucking, you know. So y'all got a very difficult cycle going on here, trying to, well, I don't know who it is. Somebody is trying to force someone to have feelings that doesn't. Okay. So there you go. So that's what you've got. So if you want to continue on and actually support this channel, you can find the link provided below. That is Patron Tier 1 and the full access bundle. But do not click off yet, please. Okay, I'm going to change things up through the weekly readings. Okay, so you're not really going to see so many star sign readings coming out. I'm going to do them for Patron Tier 2 members. So they're going to be weeklies for each star sign that you would normally see, but you will only see them on Patreon. Okay, and what I am going to do for YouTube is more than likely just the channeled stuff, but then also now and again every few days is some channeled collective readings and thoughts and feelings and stuff like that, but channeled stuff collectively like I've been doing, readings of most important messages to look out for coming up collectively, okay, and then I might start looking into things like what's going on around your work collectively, right? But if you want to pinpoint the actual reading of your star sign, and then actually also support me as a channel so I can do all of those things for everybody, because I think that's what a lot of people also forget. You know, Patreon members keep me ticking over, being able to do all of this as well for everybody, okay? So if you would consider joining Patreon, it would really help if you can, okay? But at the moment, as it stands, Patreon Tier 1 full access bundle is going to have this reading, and everything else after that will only go to the full access bundle through the weeks, okay? Okay, Virgo, so thanks very much, and let's see what's going to happen. You can find all the links provided below.